How's it digging, my shovels? This is Spade here, bringing you a Pokemon Black and White 2 Wi-Fi battle. And just noticed I'm closing in on 50,000 subscribers, which is just crazy. So thank you for the continuous support. Not really sure if this is gonna be already uploaded by the time I'm at 50k or not. But still, regardless, thank you so much. And I do have like one little special battle coming up, the very least this weekend. But yeah, anyways, today we have a standard OU match against Ominous Acid and 95, and I got this new team that I just threw together. Basically just wanted to try out hyper offense with Deoxys defense, so that is what I got going on. Deoxys-D to set up those hazards, and then the rest of the team is going to tear holes through the opposing team, and Gengar is there to do some spin blocking. And then I also have a special Heatran. And my opponent, he's got a Hail team. Looks to be a good mix of offense and defense. It's defense, I know. But yeah, without further ado, let's just jump right into the match. I decided to lead with my Heatran because I was expecting the Obama Snow, because, you know, I don't have any weather starters of my own. So yeah, I'm just gonna lead with my Heatran, but he actually leads with the Mamoswine, which is a horrible matchup for me because he can just EQ me to oblivion. So I'm gonna switch out and go into my Gengar, but he also switches and goes into his Gastrodon, which, you know, walls most of the Heatrans, which is interesting because, you know, he could have just, you know, gone the offensive route and just EQ'd me on the first turn. So I'm not really sure what he was fearing, but this matchup still works out just fine for me because I can sub down with my Gengar, see what he's going to do, most likely Scald, and that is indeed what he does. And see, since he started predicting on the first turn, I'm figuring he's gonna predict me to go for the disable. So I'm just gonna go for the sub again. Even if he would stay in, I wouldn't lose too much, so I figured I might as well go for it. And it does pay off because he switches out into his Akiran Black, obviously predicting me to just go for the disable. But yeah, now that I'm safely behind the sub, I'm gonna be free to fire off a Focus Blast. And it actually turns out that he's running a Choice Scarf Black Kyurem with the Earth Power, so that is definitely good information, and this damage is going to definitely help me out a lot. It doesn't quite take him out, but still does a lot, so Gengar did great. And now that I know he is Choice Scarf, I'm just gonna go into my Landorus to avoid the Earth Power, and then I can fire off some Earth Powers of my own. And everything on his team is grounded, so I'm just free to go for it. I guess he could go into his the Abomasnow to resist it, but I would have Focus Blast. But none of that matters because he goes into his Deoxys defense, like I kind of figured he would. But the Earth Power does look like to be a 3-hit KO, so I'm just gonna go for it. If he wants to go for Stealth Rocks, then that's just fine with me. I get to knock him out on the next turn, and that is indeed what he decides to do. So yeah, I'm just gonna go for another Earth Power on the following turn and knock out this Deoxys defense. And now I don't need to worry about it because I don't have a spinner on my team, so you know, definitely knocking out the Deoxys defense is a good thing as early as possible. But now he's gonna go in his Mamoswine, and I was just kind of hoping that he would over-predict on this turn, but he doesn't. He plays it safe, goes for the Ice Shard, and he's gonna be able to knock out my Landorus. I didn't really want to go into you know, something like Heatran because he could obviously destroy it with the EQ, especially on the following turn, because at this point I'm not really sure. Is he like Choice, like Bandit, or maybe he's Focus Sash, or whatever he is. But yeah, he's gonna knock out my Landorus. Then I'm just gonna go into Terrakion, fire off a safe close combat, because again, I was kind of fearing that he might be Focus Sashed. But in comes the Tentacruel, and I'm just gonna go for the Rock Gem boosted Stone Edge. Try to do as much damage as possible. Maybe knock him out, although most likely not gonna happen because most Tentacruels are physically defensive. And yes, he barely lives, and then he's gonna be able to knock me out with a Scald. He does score a critical hit, but I'm pretty sure that didn't matter because I did have the defense drop, so it's like whatever. But at least I have him now in a revengeable range, and I actually decided to go into my Deoxys defense because I'm running a timid nature fast spiker with also Stealth Rocks, and I do carry Nightshade as my one attack, so I can do at least some damage. So yeah, decided to go for the Nightshade, but he actually goes into his Black Kyurem, I guess, in before Rocks, but this works out just fine. And now I don't need to worry about his Scarfer anymore. Knock him out with the Nightshade. And now he's gonna go into his Mamoswine, and I do want to get some solid damage on this thing. So I'm just gonna go for the Nightshade as opposed to, you know, just going for some hazards. Because I really want some solid damage on this thing so I can revenge kill it with something else, because this Mammothon is definitely a big trouble to my team. And yeah, just gonna go for the couple Nightshades. And I'm kind of hoping that now he's in a range where Lucario can knock him out. Because if he's like Jolly Nature, then he can outspeed my Adamant Nature Lucario. So I was hoping that he would be in a range for my E-Speed to knock him out. But he barely lives. Everything just barely lives. And this is why you need to have hazards up on the field. But it actually turns out he's most likely Bandit. Although he's not really doing that much damage. But I guess he could be Jolly Bandit. I don't know. But I guess, you know, resisted Icicle Crest, that would do. I guess I'm just kind of underestimating Lucario's defenses. And thinking it would do a lot more. But yeah. Anyways, he's gonna go into his Tentacruel as a Death Fodder, and then he goes back into Mammothon, which is kind of weird, but I guess he wanted to Life Orb stall me at this point. And yeah, just knock him out with the E-Speed, and now he goes into his Gastrodon. I decided to make kind of a risky play here, and I went for the Swords Dance, because I was kind of thinking he would want to Life Orb stall me, because that is what he's been doing for the past 2 turns. And yeah, he does go for the Recover, predicting me to just go for the CC right off the bat. So my prediction pays off, and I get the free +2, and then I get to knock him out with the Stab Life Orb boosted +2 Close Combat. And down goes the Gastrodon, and also turns out that I still live the Life Orb recoil with 5 HP, and then his last Pokemon is at the Abomasnow. So kind of funny that he had a Hail team, but then he only managed to set up the Hail on the last turn. And yeah, just gonna knock him out with the CC. And that will be the game. Kind of interesting that he didn't have Protect or Ice Shard, but at this point didn't really matter because I would have still had Heatran to destroy him with a Fire type move of my choice. But that will be the game indeed for today. So thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And as a question of the day, Deoxys defenses. Both of me and my opponent, we had Deoxys-D, but they didn't really end up doing too much. But still, as a question of the day, what do you think of Deoxys-D suspect testing? There's a chance Deoxys-D might be leaving to Ubers. Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. But it is indeed being suspect tested by Smogon at the moment. And I think it's on, like, this weekend. Not really sure if the results are going to already come out, or maybe it's going to be like another week before the results come in like last time. Who knows? But suspect testing should be coming to an end like around this weekend. So we will find out maybe then. But until then, what do you think of this suspect testing? Leave your comments below. I've been using this team quite a bit lately, and gotta say I've really enjoyed using Deoxys defense, because it is quite easy to set up all the hazards and then just spam attacks and destroy everything when everything is weakened by the entry hazards, which are really easy to set up on the field with the good old Deoxys defense. But yeah, that's one of the reasons why it's obviously being tested. It's easy to set up hazards with it, which can definitely help and aid your team a lot. But is it too broken for the meta game? That we will find out. Maybe this weekend, again, like I said. But yeah, who knows when the suspect testing for Deoxys are going to officially end and when the results are going to come out. But anyways, I'm just rambling at this point, so leave your comments in the comment section below, and this will be all for today. So again, thank you for watching, and until next time, this is TheFlamingSpade signing out. Peace.